Let's talk about the loneliness, the dread, the emotions that come with being a senior leader, an entrepreneur, a CEO, a founder, someone who's in business. You've been in business, you've been leading teams, like you're seasoned. You know what you're doing, and you're pretty much got your shit together. But what happens? It's what's happened to me many times in my career of 3 decades. I find myself walking into my office, and this is one of my locations today. So here I am this morning. I am walking into my office. I'm opening the door. And as I'm opening the door, I start to feel that weird pit in my stomach. I've had this feeling before. This is not a new feeling. And as I feel that feeling, I have to be honest with myself because this is something I help thousands of people in my business with. And it's stepping into their next season, right? So what happens is this, right? I know myself, we build something, it becomes our identity, it becomes everything we're known for. And then suddenly you're like, this business doesn't feel good anymore. Or you don't want to be working in the business as much. Or it doesn't bring you joy. You don't feel the same. There's this weird loneliness of being successful and in business and an entrepreneur and a senior leader and a founder that no one's talking about. And this is what I talk about inside the unfiltered room. The unfiltered room is my zone of genius. It's being your thinking partner, supporting you through these transitions. You know, everyone's so obsessed with growth, but no one's talking about the emotional things that we need as CEOs, founders, and entrepreneurs. No one's talking about how lonely it could be when no one in your circle understands what the hell you're dealing with daily. No one in your circle understands, all the issues that come up with being a senior leader, with being a founder, with being an entrepreneur. Like my friends don't get it, my husband doesn't get it, my kids sure as hell don't get it. Um, my family doesn't get it. I mean, I'm probably repeating myself, but it's like you look around and you're like, wow, I need support here because there's no one to bounce my ideas off of. And I just wrote an article. If you didn't read it, head back over and catch that article and the audio feed on here. I think it's in my paid subscription, of the loneliness, right? Of the challenges of being like the smartest person in the room, of being the person everyone relies on. I have to tell you something. I'm in business since I'm 19 years old. This Friday, actually tomorrow, I'm going to be 58 years old. Guys, that's a long time to be in business. I've had numerous businesses and I still do it. This time I own 4 different companies, and I'm in the process of getting one of my companies, the one I was walking into today, ready for its exit. And what this looks like is different for everyone. It's not a one size fits all when you do exits. There's exits where people stay on board as a CEO. There's exits where people just change their positioning, where they're working in their business, meaning like it becomes more team led, which all business should be team led. Otherwise, you have a prison, not a business, but that's another conversation. And hi, Leonardo. Hi, everyone. Welcome. When we're preparing for the exit, which I am in one of my companies, there's a lot of emotions that come up, right? There's the emotion of, am I doing the right thing? Like, there's the emotion I was feeling this morning of like disgust. It's like, ugh, I really hate this business now. I just don't want to be here. But deep down, it's not that you hate the business, it's time for a change. So, as I speak to all my leaders and everyone I work with, it's either you need to reinvent, refine, or get ready for a exit. And again, there's 3 type of exits I work on with people. And the one I'm doing in this business, this is a brick and mortar business. It is service based. So I thought I'd share a little bit of what that journey looks like because people are so interested. It is team led. It is a boutique type of business, but there's some things that I need to get better SOPs at. I need to set up, but refine systems, refine operations, refine things that are going to be totally flowing if I am nowhere near the business, and that way it could be handed off to the new owner. We also, hi Anne, good to see you. Thank you for watching. We also there again, people think everything's a one size fits all, guys. It is not. There's different seasons, different reasons of business, right? And as I talk about all the time in the unfiltered room, which is my signature, I'm owning this. People, nobody better copy what I'm doing because it pisses me off. People keep copying my shit. That's a whole nother conversation. Let me not get off on a tangent here. Um, the unfiltered room is a concept of it's for entrepreneurs, CEOs, female founders, senior leaders, people who are leading at high levels, and you have nowhere to like just shoot the breeze. You have nowhere to talk about the stuff that's stressing you out. You have nowhere that's safe to just bleed your heart out and be like, I'm going through this. I need some support, guys. Like, what are your thoughts? So that is what the unfiltered room is all about. If you'd like to learn more, just reach out to me in the DMs. I got to go lower the air because I'm sweating bullets here. It's like hot in the office today. Or it might be a flash. Who the hell knows? Anyway, um, oh, thanks, and I hope that you'll be joining us. I'm going to be sending you a private invitation. This is something new that I'm launching. I just even say that it's not new that I'm launching. It's an idea I had, and I put it out there because I'm a manifester and I'm an action taker. And I believe that if you don't test things and you don't just invite people to something you know the market needs, you're not going to know. And I always do things against the grain. So I'm getting off topic once again because I'm famous for doing that. Anyway, moving on. So as I was walking into my brick and mortar today, I felt all these feelings of like pissed offness, resentment, anger. And I thought, I'm going to share this on Substack because I think it's a conversation that a lot of people are afraid to have. They're afraid to reinvent themselves, which a lot of people are using that word now, which means change up what you're doing, right? Change up what you're doing in your business. Change up your direction. I want to remind you guys, I started out as a hairstylist, right? I always talk about that because you are not bound to anything in this lifetime. And if you want to have longevity in your business, you have to honor your soul too. Yes, you need strategy, you need marketing, but you also need to be soul aligned. The next thing is maybe you need a refinement. And what does that mean to me? That means like your business is good, it just needs some tweaking, right? Maybe your model needs to be tweaked. Maybe your systems need to be tweaked. Maybe your message needs to be tweaked, right? Refinement is when you love your business, but you're feeling a little discomfort. And last but not least is preparing for an exit. Now, an exit is a positive thing, right? I've exited, let me think, I think 11 businesses in my career. I have bought businesses that were going bankrupt, got them to where they were profitable, and then sold them. But again, there's different phases in exits. It's not just put your business for sale and you hand it over and leave. There's different ways of exiting a business. And that's a process. A lot of people think their businesses are ready to sell, but they're not, right? They're not. I just worked with a client the other day. She had two medical spas. Everything looked great on the outside, but when we dissected and I sat down with her, I saw she had no SOPs. I'm like, how the hell is this business running? She was running everything. Hi, Seth. How are you? Thanks for joining. This lady was running everything. So I don't even know how the hell her businesses were so successful. She had no SOPs. Her systems were a friggin' hot mess. She was doing what a lot of us do as entrepreneurs. We start duct taping our businesses together, and then it is not sellable. Her books were a freaking disaster. So I said to her, I said, Regina, this is going to be a 2-year process. We have to start and clean things up. Even though your business looks great on paper, it really doesn't, right? Good morning. How are you? Great to see you. Oh, I love that. That Lorraine, I love Lorraine. We just did a great podcast. I can't wait till it's live. I'll share with you guys when that podcast is coming live. So, again, there's so many things that go into businesses. So again, these are my specialties. I do private advisory, guys. I am not a coach. I'm not a consultant at this point in my career. I'm your private advisor. I'm like the thinking partner, the person helping you make big decisions. You work with me 90 minutes. You work with me monthly. It's not a freaking program. You're not in a group. Like, I don't do any of that shit. So if this sounds like you'd like to connect with me, just book a phone call or just email me, maria@mariafontana.com. And I personally do answer those emails, just like I write my personal notes that people laugh all the time. Um, So I'm getting off topic. So again, the loneliness of walking into your business like I did today, and I'm in the middle of preparing this business for an exit. And again, as much as I know this is what I want, don't think for a second that there's not all kinds of crazy ass emotions coming up because it's tied to your identity, which these are other things that I talk about inside the unfiltered room, right? Our identities. Men are welcome in the unfiltered room. Just to be clear, this is not just for women, professional, high level men and women. As long as you're a CEO, a founder, an entrepreneur who's got their shit together, and you're at higher levels, you are welcome into the unfiltered room. So, the emotions, again, what do we talk about? It's like, who am I talking to? Like my therapist, even my therapist, let's just say, I'm like, yeah, I'm feeling this and this. But if she's not in business for herself, even a therapist can't understand what I'm feeling, right? And I want to hear from you guys. Comment below. How many of you guys like that are in business, are founders, are senior leaders? There's all these emotions and these feelings you have. Like the moment you have to have that conversation with someone on your leadership team, that moment you have to let someone go. Like, I hate that shit. And this is stressful. The moment the shit hits the fan and there's legal problems, I mean, I could go on and on and on and on with the stuff that we have to deal with, right? So it's like everyone, I laugh on social media, which I'm going to be making a huge announcement that I'm going to be pretty much getting off of social media and I'm going to be focusing strictly on Substack and YouTube. But I'm going to take you guys along on the journey and share, if you're interested, why I'm doing that. And once again, I am breaking the norm. I do not follow the crowds. I am an advisor. I am a visionary and I lead with my intuition and, of course, 38 years of business experience in the shit hitting the fan. So, guys, do you have any questions? I love that you're with me live. I'm going to be trying to come on here live more and more. I really enjoy it. So, if you're interested in the unfiltered room, I'm going to just explain to you what it is. The unfiltered room is part one is a Zoom meeting, right? It is at a room where we come together once a month. It's for 3 months. It's $777 a month. You also get access to my unfiltered room audio feed, which what is that? That's me sharing what goes on behind the scenes and conversations that no one's having anywhere else. So it's very exclusive. You get access to that. And we have a private WhatsApp group that we also support each other and I support you, and also email support, meaning if you have a private question, I do voice notes and I do like support for you there. Um, it's 4 to 11 people, so it's very intimate, it's very small. That is the unfiltered room community. Okay. And that starts June 16th. It's 3 months. And then I do a bonus session for a wrap up in September. The next thing, I'm hosting the Unfiltered Room live in Italy. That's a 1 day event in Rome. Again, it's going to be very intimate, no more than 22 people. And if you're interested in that, just again, send me a DM or email me and I'll send you the info. 1 day event, fall 2026 in Rome. No BS. This is not like a conference. This is not a group coaching program. This is a deep conversation and connecting with other like-minded people and having conversations that no one's having anywhere else. And then, of course, the Unfiltered Room audio series, which you can, if you subscribe here, if you upgrade, you get that in the subscription. And I hope you do that. All right, guys, whoever's here watching me, because I really don't see who it is. For so, I can see Anne. Let me just see if I can see here. Oh, Seth, Anne. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for being here. And if any of you guys love long form content and want to really dive deep into what I'm sharing, head on over to my YouTube at Maria Fontana. Okay, guys, sending you lots of love and light. Remember, you're not alone. Remember, if you'd like support, just reach out to me, Maria at mariafontana.com. I will always answer that email. Have a great day, everyone.